So I didn't know this was like a thing because the Steam sale is going on. The Steam Spring sale, I say that 10 times fast, was going on. I was like, oh, let me find some games that I might be able to gift some people today. So I started looking at games because I was trying to gift and give back to people. It's a good deal. So I was like, let me find some games that I love that I want to share with people. And I was like, oh, Chrono Trigger is 75% off. I don't own this on Steam. And it's my favorite game of all time. And this has cutscenes in it that I've never seen. So while it might not be the best edition of it, it's really damn cheap. And I can buy it for me and I can gift it to a few people, which is what I did. So when I went to go click to do that, it popped up with this notification. Chrono Trigger. This game may contain content not appropriate for all ages or may not be appropriate for viewing at work. I was like, bro.
Thank you for Steam World Day. I've been wanting to play it. Number 1 Basso 7. Sparkling heart emoji. Sparkling heart emoji. Sparkling heart emoji. Sparkling heart emoji.
Shout out to Parada Pout. I'm really glad that you wanted that game because it's one of my favorites. It was well, I didn't give you SteamWorld Dig though. I thought it was SteamWorld Heist. I thought I meant to give you Heist. If I gave you Dig, let me know and I'll give you Heist. But yeah, that's a great game. But anyway, so I got this, and it says, "Please enter your birth date to continue." And I'm like, wait a second. May not be appropriate for viewing Chrono Trigger at work. I mean, I guess, but you probably shouldn't be playing any games at work if that's what they're going by with these warnings now. But I'm like, not appropriate for all ages. What the hell happens in Chrono Trigger? Well, that's not appropriate for all ages. I played this game when I was like 12 years old, and I turned out all right. Right? So I started doing some research after I found this. I posted it, and apparently people didn't even believe me at first. People were like, this is not a real picture. This can't be real. I'm like, no, it is real. I even had to follow up because so many people were saying, I don't believe this. This is fake. I'm like, for those doubting the legitimacy of this image, it is real. I snapped the pic myself and posted it. I bought the game today on Steam. It's 75% off, and I never played this version with cutscenes. It's the greatest game of all time. So it wasn't a hard choice to buy it yet again. And Grum says, new. So I had to come back with that new. Victor said, no way this is real. It is. Nate says, can anyone confirm this is real? What the fuck? Why would Chrono Trigger need a warning anyway? It's got nothing even remotely offensive in it. And then I kept going, and I saw this one from Scratch Point and said, not exactly sure when it happened, but it's been that way for a while now. And they posted this was back in September of 2023. So, I mean, obviously, whenever you discover something on the internet, you're probably not the first one to discover it, nor was I expecting to. I was just like shocked. I was like, I never heard anyone talk about this before. And there's a warning. There's a trigger warning on Chrono Trigger. Oh, the irony. And they said Chrono Trigger on Steam now has age restriction. It's unclear why or when this change occurred, but there was a recent update patch that addressed some minor bugs. The game is only rated E10 plus, so it's a bit nonsensical. And they have this, which is similar to the one I posted. They did the same thing I do, by the way, where you just scroll to whatever year. Like, does anyone actually put their birthday? Just scroll to the earliest year on Steam. Like, just let me get past this page. Last updated August 29th. This is back in 2023. And this is the updates for it. It says bug fixes for features that didn't work as normal in some battles when the battle speed was set to slowest in settings. Minor bug fix. So nothing that necessarily addresses any kind of warning being added or anything like that. And here's the ESRB rating for it, which is fantasy violence, mild blood, suggestive themes, mild language, comic mischief, use of alcohol. Rating for ESRB is E10 plus. And I guess the use of alcohol is maybe at the Millennial Fair, is there a guy at the bar, I think, that's drinking a beer? I'm like, you got to really reach for that one. There's like one character that says one line in like a 35 plus hour game. Like, is this what we're doing? It's like, oh, you got one guy in one town that says one line about being an alcoholic, and out of hundreds of thousands of lines of dialogue, that's what gets slapped on here. A little excessive, just a little bit, but okay, okay. So then I did a little bit more digging on it. I was like, this is really fascinating to me, and this is from Reddit r/Chrono Trigger. I don't remember Chrono Trigger being so risque. This is 6 months ago. And they said, it's because of the reference to alcohol. Hardly much reference, but it's there. So the warning has to be 2, I guess. Should have stayed Toma's Pop. Some hearty soup, bowl after bowl, fast as you can. I mean, it actually does fit with most things Toriyama works on. But that scene confused me so much when they slept in because of eating too much. Ayla talks about Rock Smash and how she's got a massive headache. I could see it being soup in the SNES version, but they made it more explicit than it was booze in the DS and later. Oh, okay. So I never played the DS version. So they literally labeled it as booze, but still. Prabhupada says Dragon Quest Builders has sexual themes warning because of bunny suits. Yikes. Hypnotic and Rapture says he's banned from the stream. No. I can check on that after this, but no, I didn't ban him. Maybe Mod might have banned him by accident, but let's see. Ayla ridicules your comment. Not much alcohol. I'd like to see do better. Also, suicide, death, revenge, drugs, religion. I mean, it goes on and on. I mean, I guess you could start digging really deep with it. You'd be like Luca's mom with the machine injury. You could go on and on with suggestive themes with this game. But if we're going to start, the greater point with all of this, if we're going to start putting trigger warnings on games like Chrono Trigger, they completely lose all meaning whatsoever. There is no game outside of Tetris where I would not see a trigger warning. And even Tetris. I mean, what if someone's dad got smashed by a hydraulic press? They'd be like, that hydraulic press reminds me of the blocks that come down and eliminate other blocks and kill them. I need a trigger warning for my safe space on Tetris. Like at some point, like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? We're going way too far with way too many restrictions. And I know it's a stupid thing to complain about because it's just a screen where it's just like, oh, just enter your birthday to get past this. But it's like, no, this is just a microcosm speaking to a much louder issue in society right now. And we need to stop with this kind of stuff because this is the kind of gateway drug, ironic, that leads to far more censorship and enables these outlets to continue to push crazy stuff. I know it sounds crazy to say, but the more this kind of stuff that goes on, the more, more empowered. Okay, so people are okay with that. That was a little, what do they call them? A microaggression. That was a little microaggression against the game community where we're just going to put this little warning label. It doesn't hurt anybody. And then the next step is, you know what? I don't really like alcohol in the games at all. And we have these warnings for a reason. There's XYZ amount of deaths from car accidents and drunk drivers every year, and people dying from alcoholism and relationships being destroyed and people being beaten. And I think we should start removing these games that even reference it, because there have been studies that show a direct correlation between games that display alcohol and wives being beaten. Could you please show me your sources for those studies? No. The sources are not important. What's important is you listen to me, because we have these warnings for a reason. and we need to make more changes. This is what I see happening, not just in the game industry, but grander scale, the entertainment industry and life in general. And it's gone way too far, way too fast. And I'm putting my foot down at Chrono Trigger. This is my trigger. Not to be cheesy, but you got to draw the line somewhere. This is the best place. If we can get this graphic warning trigger label off of Chrono Trigger, that would be a huge victory. And I know it sounds stupid, but that would show we have the power to make actual change. So we'll see. We'll see. But right now, yes, it is real. The Chrono Trigger game on Steam has a trigger warning. Warning trigger, new sequel, says Just Me Okay. Oh, man, that's great. That's great.